just go for it. Just go for it, because if you don't go for it, you'll never know. And the worst thing you can do is come off that mat and think that you could have done better. My name's Jordan Thomas, I'm 24 years old. I'm world karate champion, European champion, British champion and English champion. I've got quite a strong pedigree. My dad, he was 2 times world champion, 4 times European champion. I started competing as a child, so I was 4 years old. Got my first national title at the age of 12. And I say when I got to 16, 17, you know, it was time to concentrate on sport karate. I haven't known a life without karate. The evening is for my karate. It's just always been the way from young, because obviously after school, it's just naturally just been karate in the evening. After our championships, I start going on my strength period. Then I have a couple of months transferring that strength into speed and power. You've got to be quicker than everybody else. So you've got to work on your speed. You've got to work on your accuracy as well. Leading up to the championships, I have to get mat time. So once I get mat time, I might be a bit scatty at first, but the more and more you fight, the more and more cleaner you get. I'm an afternoon, evening person, but when it's time to come, I will get up in the morning and I will go training. I get straight down to the track. It's the hunger what gets me out of bed. The sprint training helps my fast twitch muscle fibers, keeps my muscles fast and explosive. Hurdle drills to strengthen up the hip flexors, so it's really good for kicking. I focus on being an athlete, not just a karateka, so that makes you different and unpredictable. I'm quite prone to injury, I would say. I think it's because I'm hypermobile. It's quite scary, actually, having an injury, but you just got to deal with it. Ultrasound, if needed. Massage is very important, just to make sure that you're doing all the correct stuff to get ready. It does become quite tedious. Sometimes you have to have that discipline to sit down when you feel something hurting. You have to have that discipline, otherwise you're going to make it worse. Stretching correctly is the most important thing. Flexibility also gives you a bit of speed as well. Rest days, I'm gonna have maybe one a week, but then it will still be like active rest. I know some people who use sleep as a part of their training, having a good rest, letting the muscles, relax and chill. There's no point going to training tired. I'm quite lucky to have my dad as a world champion, so he's always inspired me. I've been in that environment to know past world champions. I was born in 1992, and that's when he won his world title. I think it was actually later on in that year when I was born. Nothing beats that father-son bond. I think that's a motivation in itself. My godfather is also Mervyn Etienne. He's multiple world champion as well, so it's kind of like natural to me, really. I think it was the karate family, that club environment. I had friends from all over the place. I enjoyed going to training to see them, so it was that influence what kept me going. So even if it wasn't the competing side of things, it was the club mentality of going to see my friends, to go and train with my friends. So with all that, it's never been in my mind to quit. As an athlete, you're never satisfied. You have to believe in your training, because sometimes it does get tedious, but you have to believe in your training, you have to believe your coaches. So I've been teaching since about 17 years old. There's no point having any skills if you don't give back. So it was kind of natural just to take on a karate class. It's definitely satisfying. Actually learns more about yourself, because the way that your student looks up to you actually gives you that sense of confidence, and you actually become a role model to them. Carrying that with me inspires me to go and compete out there. I have a psychologist, and I go up and see that. I count that as training. It's mentally tiring at times. He's not just my psychologist, he's my mentor, Mervyn, my godfather. He's based at Birkbeck University as a teacher there. What I do with him is cognitive neuroscience with the team, and he gets assessed, so it's very intense, and I'm definitely getting the right training, working with great people. It's all about focus and about learning about your own mind, how to deal with situations. And also when I go to Mervyn Etienne, I can speak to him about my problems, what I've been through, what I'm going through, because he's been through it all himself. Psychology is probably the most important thing. You can do unbelievable things with your mind. You've just got to believe in it, and learn about it also. To be the best in the world, you have to be mentally ready, physically ready. When that comes together, that's when you have your perfect day. I've always had that childhood dream to be a world champion, to be European champion, and just to be great. In 2014, I started beating people in the top 10 in the world. My European title, nobody expected me to get it. The year before, in 2013, I came 7th. I was watching the bronze medal match, and I was watching the gold medal match. I didn't see any reason why I couldn't be on that stage. In 2015, I didn't have a great year because there wasn't that many senior events for me to go to, and also I didn't qualify for the European Games. But coming into 2016, where I became world champion, I was going into that championships already winning a European bronze medal earlier that year. I opened up the first point with a spinning back kick. From the off, I was focused, I was on it, and I was there to win. And then I came up against ranked number 1, Brazil, the favourite of the tournament. Took him out 8-0. I went out there just looking for points. And that's what made me relentless, that's what made me ruthless, and that's what made me come out with that gold medal. Going into the gold medal match with my dad, it was definitely a remarkable experience. He's been there before, but for him, he's seeing his son going out there and doing his thing, what he done, 20 odd years ago, trying to psych me up. I was like, Dad, just hold back. He had to walk away because I think his anxiety was getting the better of him. As a coach, he just gave me my space. We've had a great father and son moment to share that experience together, which a lot of people won't ever get. I get that last point, turn it around to him, just like hands in the air, like I've done it. I'm world champion. I ran to my dad. I see tears dropping from his eyes, and it gives me a big hug. He's got over 20 European and world medals. So for me to even compete with that, at this day and age, it's going to be hard. I want to promote karate to other people who don't even watch karate, and get new people involved in it. I think that's the aim of the Olympics. I've always looked at the Olympics, especially London 2012, as an inspiring event when people come off and getting that Olympic title and that recognition. If I could get that in 4 years' time, that would be excellent as well. So that's going to be hard work. So we're going to work towards that.